one spark from your body, one ember from a heat source. That's all it takes to ignite vapors at the pump. In this compilation, we're counting 13 everyday moves that quietly feed those two threats, turning a fill-up into a flashpoint. You'll see a clean, safe versus danger split for each habit and learn the fast reset that drains static and removes heat risks before they build. No myths, no fluff, just real-world behaviors experts warn about, distilled into simple rules you can use today. Miss any one of them, and the odds tilt against you. Number 1, engine on. You hear the soft whir while the nozzle clicks in. Just background noise, right? That hum means heat. Alternator windings, exhaust piping, catalytic converter, and an electric fan that cycles on and off inches from fuel vapor. Gasoline vapor ignites between about 1.4% and 7.6% in air. Those vapors sink, creep along concrete, and drift toward hot surfaces and stray sparks. A misfire pop, an arcing accessory relay, even a glowing converter can light it. That's why stations post engine-off rules and fire authorities treat a running engine as an open ignition source. Automatic shutoff nozzles stop liquid overflow, not vapor spread. Safe. Engine off, keys out, parking brake on. With the engine quiet, the next risk moves from heat to your hands. Number 2. When your phone turns the pump into a blind spot. One glance at a text, one email refresh. No flame, no spark. So what's the harm? The harm is you're no longer watching the nozzle, the readout, or your surroundings. That small shift turns a simple fill into a chain of problems. Industry guidance is clear. Phones at the pump are a distraction issue, not an ignition source. Retailers report that virtually all drive-offs with the nozzle still happen because the driver was on the phone. Missed shutoff clicks mean overfills and spills. Re-entering to grab the phone adds static risk. Sliding seats charge you, then you touch the nozzle safe. Airplane mode or pocketed, eyes on the dispenser. Next, if distraction sets the trap, an ember springs it. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 3. One ember, total loss. A single ash drifts beside the nozzle. Tiny, dull, and all it needs to be. Gasoline vapors hug the ground, move with air currents, and wait for heat. They don't chase flames, they meet them. A glowing tip, a lighter flick, even the last millimeter of a match can deliver enough energy to light a vapor path. Smoking near a gas pump presents the most significant fire risk, says Fire Prevention Chief Brenda Thomas, adding that one ash can ignite vapors. That's why the signage is blunt. No smoking, no vaping, no open flames. Safe means none within the fueling zone. Danger is one inhale, one exhale. Vapor connects ember to pump, fire thrives on a spark. Static can deliver one without a flame. Number 4. The static trap. Inside your car. It's cold, the wind bites, so you slide back into the seat while the tank fills. That warm, quick shuffle loads you with static from the seat fabric. Dry winter air and synthetic upholstery make it worse. That triboelectric charge builds quietly, then leaps when you grab the metal nozzle. Stop static campaigns warn against re-entering mid-fill for this reason. Safe. Stay outside, hand on metal, ground yourself. Danger, re-entry, shuffle, snap. Spark meets vapor. Even without sparks, bad fill habits create the vapor that fuels a flash. Number 5. Topping off turns your tank into a spill source. The pump clicks off, but you want those last few cents. One more squeeze feels harmless. It isn't. Forcing fuel past the shutoff pushes liquid into the filler neck, defeats vapor recovery, and sends drips onto the concrete where vapors build fast. Your car's EVAP system is built to trap vapor, not swallow liquid. Topping off can flood the charcoal canister, ruin its ability to absorb vapors, and trigger emission faults, and rough-running experts and automakers advise against it for safety and cost. When spills happen, the next choice decides whether vapor lingers. Number 6. A few drops can fill the air. You notice a small splash under the nozzle. It looks minor, so you keep fueling. That's the trap. Even a palm-sized spill flashes into vapor fast, and that vapor hugs the ground where you're standing. Gasoline evaporates quickly, and the heavier-than-air vapors spread along concrete toward ignition sources. Your engine, a static snap, or someone's cigarette 20 feet away. Stations expect immediate action. Hit the spill button if they have one, notify the attendant, and use absorbent pads from the spill kit. Don't start the car until vapors clear. Safe is simple. Stop fueling, report it, soak it up, and wait. Danger is ignoring it, stepping through a vapor pool and carrying the spark. Number 7. Wrong fuel, right conditions, big trouble. The green handle looks familiar. You squeeze, then catch the diesel tag. Misfueling isn't just an engine bill, it sparks chaos at the pump. Wrong fuel can foam, burp, or overflow, and fixing it often means an on-site drain with strict controls to manage vapors. Diesel nozzles are larger, but adapters and worn fillers let mistakes happen. If you realize it, stop immediately. Experts advise shutting the vehicle down, not starting the engine, and calling a qualified mechanic to drain the system. Starting the car circulates the wrong fuel through pumps and injectors, multiplying damage and risk. Safe. Read labels, match fuel clearly, stop fast. Danger, panic, start, roll toward heat. Number 8. Walk away, lose control. You latch the handle and step away to toss a cup. In those few seconds, a loose seal or a sudden click-off can send fuel cascading down the quarter panel without you seeing it. Many stations disable latch locks for this reason, and the ones that keep them still expect you to stay present. When you're within arm's reach, you catch early shutoff, splashback, or a nozzle burp and stop it before it grows. Retailer policies and safety advisories back this up. Unattended fueling correlates with bigger spills and higher ignition risk. Safe. Hand on the nozzle or within reach, eyes on the readout. Danger. Unattended nozzle, delayed response. Bigger vapor cloud. Number 9. Clothes that carry a spark. Fleece jacket, rubber soles, dry air. You're primed with charge before you even grab the handle. Synthetic fibers like polyester, nylon, and fleece rank high on the triboelectric scale, so sliding, shuffling, and seat contact load your body with electrons that wait for metal. Low humidity keeps that charge from bleeding off. Ground contact and moisture help, but winter strips both. Discharge before fueling. Touch a bare metal part of your vehicle away from the fill point. Or touch the dispenser's metal NIOSH backs grounding and warn static fires have occurred when fueling on plastic or carpeted surfaces. Safe. Ground yourself. Keep clothing on. Avoid sliding. Danger. Charged fabrics meet nozzle. If you're careful, extend that vigilance to the youngest passengers. Number 10. Tiny hands, big risk. A kid asks to help. It looks like a simple lesson, a quick squeeze of the handle, a proud moment. But the fueling zone isn't a classroom. Children don't have the grip or timing to manage a sudden shutoff or splashback, and they won't remember grounding steps when they get excited. They stand closer to the nozzle and the vapor cloud. They also hop in and out of the car without thinking, which ramps up static. Safe, adult-only fueling, kid-secure danger, unsupervised help. Even your lights can add to the ignition landscape. Number 11. Headlights on, awareness off. Night fill-up, your DRLS and headlights wash the dispenser in glare. No flames, sure, but those lamps are hot, fans run, relays click, and you're working inches from fuel vapor. Headlights alone rarely ignite anything, yet leaving systems on stacks heat and live circuits while pulling your focus off core safety steps. Station guidance is blunt. Shut it all down. Turning off the engine drops the number of active electrical parts, and it's the only way many cars kill daytime running lights. Accessories count too. HVAC blowers, audio amps, and phone chargers keep current flowing. Safe, Engine off, lights off, accessories off. Danger. Illuminated systems keep the heat and electric stack high. When alarms speak, listen. Number 12. Alarms aren't suggestions. A beep, a red light, a warning on screen. You pause, then keep fueling. That delay turns seconds into risk. Those signals flag real problems. Vapor recovery faults, blocked lines, pressure hiccups, nozzle sensor errors, spill alarms, or an emergency stop someone just hit. When you ignore them, the system keeps running out of spec, which means more vapor in the air and a higher chance the dispenser misbehaves again. Follow station procedures. Stop fueling, hang the nozzle, notify the attendant, and move to another pump or leave if told. Treat tamper warnings as personal safety alerts. Safe. Stop, report, relocate. Danger. Fuel through a fault and let vapors build. The final mistake moves everything. Number 13. The most expensive click you'll ever miss. You're done in a hurry and pull forward. Then the bang. The hose snaps, the car jerks, and fuel mists beneath a hot engine and exhaust. Breakaway couplings are designed to separate and limit the spill, but they still release fuel and leave a vapor cloud where you just drove. That chaos costs the station, shuts pumps down, and puts you next to a live ignition risk. Distraction is the usual cause. Phone in hand, eyes on the line, brain already gone. Safe. Nozzle out, cap secure, receipt confirmed. Danger. Rushed pull away turns the bay into an ignition zone. Stay present for the first click, avoid topping off, and act fast on spills or alarms so vapors don't linger. Keep kids secured and phones stowed to reduce static and missed cues. Your vigilance is the control. Share this with someone who fuels distracted. One changed habit is one fire that never starts.